How you feel about guys that live a double life? They got a wife at home and behind her back, they messing around with men.
I'm going to say this. As I've said in previous conversations, I love all black people, sexually confused, whatever your situation is, I love black people. Even if I don't agree with your lifestyle because it is a threat to the survival of the black family, I love black people. But the one group within the Rainbow Coalition that I do take issue with, Brother Art, are the down low black men. And the reason I take issue with down low black men is because you are putting the health of heterosexual black women in question. If you lay with men orally, anally, or any other way, that woman has a right to know so she can decide if she wants to put her life at risk to be with you. The anus is a direct route to the bloodstream. That's why babies often get their vaccinations, and I do not support vaccinations, but babies often get their vaccinations in the anus because it's a direct route to the bloodstream. So if you are engaging in anal sex with another man, and then you're laying with your woman through her vagina, she can pick up that AIDS. She can pick up that syphilis or anything else that is out there. It is extremely dangerous for gay black men to mislead our women into believing that they are heterosexual when they are not. It is selfish. It is not fair. It is dangerous. And I'm going to say downright evil. And I can tell you, as a psychotherapist, I have had to do therapy with men who had to confess to me in therapy that they were bisexual, married to a woman, and having relations with men. And do you know what I had to focus on with them in therapy? Building up their will and their honesty. Because you have to go home and tell that woman that you have been putting her life in jeopardy by having sex with men. And if you don't do it, because what I do is I require that she has to have a conversation with me after you have a conversation with her, because she's going to be traumatized. So I'm going to need to help her process the trauma. If I don't hear from her, that means you didn't tell her. And as a therapist, do you know when your client loses therapist client confidentiality? Do you know when that ends? If your client tells you that they are putting somebody's life in danger or at risk of putting someone's life in danger, as the therapist, I'm obligated to either call the police, tell that victim, or do both. I'm required to let her know what you're doing behind her back. If you don't, if I believe her life is in jeopardy, or I have to contact the authorities. And I share this with the client. I let him know this is how this is going to go. We're going to work. And then there's going to be a date where you're going to tell her. It needs to come from you, not me, because you're the one who did this. Be man enough to tell her. And you're going to tell her to her face. And then I'm going to help her process it. And if we need to meet together after that, we can do that. But if it's one population I do have a problem with, down low black men who put black women's life, health, and safety in jeopardy by having relations with men behind their back, bringing those diseases home and not telling our sisters.